Paper grammage. How to choose the right grammage for your printouts. Hello everybody, I'm Stefano from Labelado, and today we talk about paper grammage for everything that you may need to print. When you have to print something, you are faced with a choice. Which paper grammage is more suitable depending on the product? The world of paper is varied and there are many aspects to consider. Today, I am pleased to show you the recommended grammage for each of the most common and everyday printed products. Without further ado, let's get into it. I want to make sure that you can make informed choices and know for sure which material is the most suitable paper grammage for your prints. First of all, we need to define the grammage, which is the grammage of a sheet expressed in grams per square meter. The grammage dictates both technical and design characteristics of the printed product. First paper is tissue paper, which is between 18 and 50 grams per square meter. Tissue paper is purposely the lightest paper available on the market. This is because its function is to coat the products, and thanks to its softness, it can easily take its shape. It is recommended for packaging any product, from a wine bottle to a personalized sweater. Tissue paper can reach a grammage of 18 grams per square meter, becoming one of the lightest papers available. The only material that structurally can withstand lower grammages is plastic. The tissue paper is so thin that it allows light to pass through, making it slightly transparent. In second position, we have paper for newspaper, which is between 30 and 55 grams per square meter. This is because the newspaper is made up of numerous pages, and the finished product must be extremely cheap and accessible. Then we have magazine paper, which is between 70 and 90 grams per square meter. Magazines play a more luxurious role than the newspaper that we mentioned before. The grammage of their pages is higher and can even reach 90 grams per square meter. These pages are thicker to allow a glossy surface coating that enhances the resolution of the photos, images and illustrations typical of magazines. Then we have paper for labels, which can range from 80 grams up till 130 grams. Both hot melt and adhesive labels have a wide range of grammages. This is because the labels belong to a world in which essential customizations take place. From the simple, low grammage coated paper, it is possible to reach high grammages of papers containing cotton fibers, for example. Very luxurious papers, mainly used in the world of wine and luxury spirits. The labels have a wide range of grammages even as they do not have a structural function. They are labeled to the products that act as their basis. Next, we have leaflets and posters, which can range between 130 and 170 grams per square meter. Items that must be handled or hung require more important grammages. Leaflets, flyers, and posters tend to have grammages that allow them to be handled without stressing them. Brochure, 170 and 250 grams. Brochures with more important characteristics are a product that require more care, which is why they tend to be printed on thicker paper to give added value and resistance. These papers can be either coated, natural, or some specialty papers such as embossed and pearlescent papers. The lower grammages of the brochures is intended for the internal pages, while the covers tend to have a higher grammage to give strength to the finished product. Then we have business cards, which can range between 250 and 400 grams per square meters. Business cards are one of those products that have to withstand a lot of physical stress, tear resistance, to not end up being rediscovered months later crumpled in a wallet. The minimum grammage for a usable business card is 250 grams, but it is advisable to stay above 300 grams to have a quality product. Next, we have small format paper converting. 300 to 400 grams, we're talking about little boxes, for example. With paper converting, we mean all those forms of functional packaging that must support or pack other products, such as product boxes. This implies that the paper products must have grammage, such as to be able to support the grammage of the objects and any bumps during transport. Next, we have medium format paper converting, 400 to 600 grams per square meter. As the grammage of the product or its dimensions increase, higher paper grammages correspond. For example, in order to make a functional box for a single bottle of wine, a grammage greater than 400 grams is required. We tend to choose to couple two materials, for example, two sheets of 250 grams per square meter, in order to save costs and also to have a technical advantage. By coupling the sheets by rotating one in the other direction, the fibers will be crossed. This will allow the box to not bend once the printing is complete and the product has been inserted and handled. Next, we have premium business cards, which can range from 400 grams to 600 grams per square meter. If you always hated soft business cards, you're probably looking for a stampato of a certain thickness. In fact, there are business cards of important grammages, often coupled with various papers to create a touch of design and luxury that allows you to stand out from your competitors. Above this threshold, we have large formats, more than 800 grams. Point of sales, POS, shipping boxes, e-commerce boxes, and other products require very high grammages. Here you enter the world of corrugated cardboard or cardboard that is coupled inside with another cardboard that wraps a third element in corrugated paper. Depending on the height and frequency of the wave, there will be different corrugated boards with various technical properties. So, how to choose the perfect paper grammage for your product to print? As you can see, there are various aspects to consider regarding the choice of paper grammage. The rule is always to request information from printing and designing experts who will be able to make the choice of material simple and without headaches. Remember that this is an activity to be carried out already during the design of the graphics and your product, so as not to be unprepared when it goes to print. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future videos about designing, packaging, and how to embellish your products. Share this video with your friends and colleagues. I'm Stefano, and as always, love you all. Ciao!